he was very, very calm. He used to think 2 steps ahead, because a captain has to think, because he has to make decision on the ground. And if you give him a situation, he will say कि नहीं sir, अगर वो लोग ऐसे करेगा तो फिर क्या करेंगे? So he used to always be 1 step ahead. And I liked about that, he was always a thinking captain, and he always used to think. And I think he was a mixture of Ganguly and Rahul Dravid, both, because he was calm. Ganguly was very, very aggressive, but Ganguly was very, very, positive and thinking, and he used to give lot of, I would say, players the confidence. And Ganguly was the one who changed the mentality of the Indian team. And I think he just carried forward with Dhoni, because he gave a lot of confidence to players. And if he felt that this player has got potential, he will give him a lot of opportunities. And so that the player doesn't perform in 1 or 2 games and then he's thrown out. So that confidence, I think, the confidence brings the best out of the players. And if you look at Dhoni, he will never shout at the player on the ground. He will never show any abusive, language on the ground, or show any evasive action on the ground. So the players were happy and they used to, give their best. In fact, rather than giving their best, they would go 1 step ahead and say, we'll try and do this. So that was the thing, which Dhoni, because I felt that because he also knew, he was also learning.
ऐसा नहीं है कि मैं मिस नहीं कर रहा, ऑफ कोर्स मिस कर रहा हूँ. ऐसा जब भी मुझे खेलने का मौका मिलता है, जब जितना मैंने उनके साथ खेला है, और अभी मैं मिस तो आप जब किसी सीनियर प्लेयर के साथ खेलते हैं, आप उनके साथ बहुत क्लोज रहते हैं, और तो आप मिस तो करते ही, उनकी प्रेजेंस हमेशा मिस करते हैं. पर वो उनका डिसीजन है, माई भाई का, और मुझे लगता है कि उन पे छोड़ना चाहिए. अभी उसके बारे में कोई बात करना हमारे लिए कोई पॉइंट नहीं बनता. और एज ए क्रिकेट फैन
खेलना चाहिए. और आपको लगता है कि इंडिया के लिए वो और खेलेंगे?
डेफिनेटली पूरी तरह से फिट है, और मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि खेलना चाहिए. एज ए फैन मैं बहुत पसंद करता हूँ माई भाई को, और मैं चाहता हूँ कि वो खेले ताकि और आसान रहे हमारे लिए.
Replacing somebody like Dhoni is not easy. It was never going to be easy, because the kind of cricket Dhoni has played and the kind of stature he had in the team and in international cricket, it's not easy to replace.
Okay, and your thoughts on MS Dhoni? Play further, why is he not retiring? What would he be thinking? What's going on in his mind? What are your thoughts about?
I think if somebody lives within 30 years, then also that person doesn't know what he's thinking and what he's going to do next. that is MS for you. But what a phenomenal impact as far as the Indian cricket is concerned. There are players, but there are special players. There are brilliant players. There are great players, but there are players who will make impact. So as far as Indian cricket is concerned, Mahendra Singh Dhoni is one of those characters, one of those players who's made impact, and that impact is going to be forever. Whenever you're going to talk about Indian cricket, you will definitely have a chapter or a mention as far as Mahendra Singh Dhoni is concerned. And, with him, character like him, he's not finished yet.
See, I'll tell you, they say Virat is very aggressive.
Yeah.
Dhoni is not. I don't believe in this. See, aggression is not by, being very vocal on the field. That is not aggression. Dhoni was aggressive, plus Dhoni was very, safe also at times. He was both. And you have to be safe as a captain. So he was aggressive and safe. Kohli is aggressive. Now he's learning, and he's learning very quickly how to be safe in different circumstances. He's learning it very quickly. And the only difference between both is Virat is very vocal on the field. He's very vocal. Dhoni is not. He's not vocal. But that doesn't mean he's not aggressive. He's equally aggressive, but he's not vocal. That is the only difference. Dhoni was a great captain. I think he was a great captain. He used to study the game very well. I spoke to him a couple of times in New Zealand and Australia. I think his work ethic was clearly superb, and he used to imagine the game very well.
We all admire Dhoni because he has great respect for the past cricketers. Okay. All of us have played the game. I mean, he would come down here, and he was a very down to earth person. He was such a big position as a cricketer. and a person. I mean, he really had a lot of respect and time for cricketers. He would come and speak with you and discuss with you, and tell you what is he wanted. Because after all, he was the man on the field, so we had to give him what he wanted, and he wouldn't demand for it. He would give us reasons why he wanted somebody in the team. He would sit and speak with the chairman. He'd sit and speak with the other selectors and during them, because we used to go to all the matches. So he was basically a very good person to deal with as a captain. And we didn't have any arguments or fights. I mean, if you're never a person like that, he always listened to us, and then he gave us his reason. It's excellent to work with him. And one thing, he's a very good human being. An excellent person, a gentleman, and great etiquette.
The start of that over, he cut me for 6, and because earlier the last over I bowled to him, I bowled a short ball over his right shoulder and he left it. So I thought, okay, he's not going to play that. Then I come to the first ball of my next over. I think, I'll bowl the same ball and hopefully he'll leave it. Boom, cut me for 6, just over point. I think it was Mitch Satner out there actually, and it just went over his head, and I was like, oh shoot, that's not a good way to start an over. So I thought, I better go at him. I better go at his ribs. It was a bigger side, that side, and managed to get one to bounce a bit extra and onto his gloves. And then, Martin Gupta, one of our great fielders of all time, really. And honestly, if you look at the records, whenever that guy's fielding a ball off my bowling, he does something exceptional. All the highlight reels of my bowling tend to be him catching or him doing something amazing off me. So thanks, Guppy, for playing on my side, I guess. Yeah, unbelievable wrists. I mean, Indians have fantastic wrists, but MS to, the 9th degree. But I played with him actually at Pune, Rising Pune Super Giants, a couple of years back. And, what a fantastic guy as well. He was running in and bowling seamers to us, to the training and things. And, he was such a humble guy who just wanted to, enjoy the company of his teammates. And he was obviously a fierce competitor, but, for a guy who was that big time, such a superstar, and I was sort of a no one at the time, he was very humble and, very keen to get to know you as a teammate. Good time with him. Actually a very strong guy, hits a big ball.
It was sad, but again, as long as Dhoni was there, I had full faith that we will win. Dhoni's run out.
This is a story that a lot of people might not associate directly with MS Dhoni, but I would like to bring this to surface. Many a times when people question MS about how he's done it, he talks a lot about process. He keeps it really simple and all that. He doesn't divulge a lot of his secrets. But heart of heart, the one person that's encouraged me day in and day out for whoever I am today, in terms of, doing things differently, trying out new things, experimenting with my cricket, it's been MS Dhoni. It happened in South Africa in 2010 when I was the player of the series at the Champions League. And I bowled a super over and MS walked past me and said, I got pummeled under pressure when David Hussey was batting in the super over. I volunteered to bowl. And after a couple of good balls, Hussey hit me for about 20 runs in the over. And MS, after the game was over, I was like distraught. Imagine like a 23-year-old, completely lost, because I had asked my captain to bowl that super over. I went in, I let him down, and it was like a terrible performance. And he said, you should have bowled the carom ball. Where did it go? Because that's your biggest strength. Under pressure, whoever says whatever they want to say, it doesn't really matter, or whatever happens, you bowl your best and things don't work. You can't do anything about it. So just stick to the process. And when he says stick to the process and deliver the result, I mean, there is some sound reasoning, and without sound reasoning and sound planning and innovative thinking, MS wouldn't have achieved what he achieved in his career.
Did he allow you to place your fielders?
Absolutely, without a doubt. By a country mile, the first captain who ever allowed me to. I think there is this innate understanding that MS has about cricketers, where he makes his assessment about cricketers. And from day one, when I took to the field and I started putting men in position, and that's something that might be new at when people are seeing, right, a debutant coming in and putting his field. MS never had any problems with it. And the one thing MS would always say is, because perennially I was bowling in power plays, the one thing that MS always used to say was, a small tweaks when things weren't working. And even then he would say, the call is yours and you need to take. And if things are not going right, any captain would try and change up things. And from that perspective, that freedom and allowance of me coming in, because the thing was, I captained my state side when I was 20 years. So I was in a position to set my fields right from the age of 20. So when I came in at 23 or 24 into the IPL side, I was like, I wanted to set fields because that's the way I was playing my game. And MS never had a problem with it. And he was very encouraging of it. In fact, I used to go and suggest about other field placements for other bowlers, and he was very open.
Is Dhoni the biggest all-rounder India has seen after Kapil Dev?
I always believe that wicketkeeper is always a all-rounder. There's a plus point, and that's what Dhoni has created. Got nearly 1,000 victims. It's always a plus point. Like if you are a batsman and like Rahul Dravid has taken 200 catches, so that's a plus point. I can say Rahul Dravid is all-rounder who can for India and taken catches. So that's a great support for the bowlers as well. So he has supported the bowlers. So that's what Dhoni has done. He's got nearly 1,000 victims in Indian cricket. So, and plus runs, captainship. So he's definitely one of the top all-rounders in Indian cricket history.